Along to Bloomfield Road. It's FA Cup day here on the JB Clark YouTube channel. It's been a busy afternoon for me, JB. Earlier today, I hope my voice can stand it for the next 90 minutes or so, because we've got Burnley delayed against Barnsley from earlier today to come a bit later on in the weekend. That's been recorded. I recorded that match earlier, but we're now in position at Blackpool for a big game. Blackpool against Arsenal in the third round proper of the Emirates FA Cup. But it's the Saturday game coming to you live with me, JB, the Fox in the Box. Tomorrow we've got another live cup tie for you as well tomorrow evening. But today it's all about the shocks in the FA Cup. This is what's been happening in the FA Cup so far this afternoon. Wins for Burnley, wins for Brighton, wins for Manchester United. The big shocks came at the Wham Stadium and at Priestville Stadium, where Accrington knocked out Ipswich Town and Gillingham saw off Premier League Cardiff. Bolton Wanderers have survived the scare to go through themselves today. There's been some topsy-turvy games in the FA Cup this afternoon, and we really do believe that the competition is back and well. Lincoln almost came back from the dead to force a replay against Everton. It's been that sort of day, really, where it could have gone either way. Villa crash out against Swansea. But it's been a day full of shocks and controversy and everything else that's gone with it. But we've got a big game to come. Blackpool against Arsenal. How many will be here at the Bloomfield Road, God only knows, but there are protesters about. But we'll build up to that in a few minutes from time. As usual on the Saturday game, we want to bring you the usual mix of the full classified results. So we're going to give you the full classified results first, then bring you the team news for tonight's commentary game live. Don't forget, we've got Burnley and we've got full delayed commentary of Burnley's match earlier today to come later on. But tonight it's live football from the FA Cup. It's Blackpool against Arsenal. That's in a minute. But first of all, let's get the full classified check from all today's matches across the UK. Starting today with the FA Cup third round. Accrington Stanley 1, Ipswich 0, Aston Villa 0, Swansea 3. Blackpool against Arsenal is an evening kick-off. Bolton 5, Walsall 2, Bournemouth 1, Brighton and Hove Albion 3, Brentford 1, Oxford 0, Bristol City against Huddersfield, again an evening kick-off at 5:30, Burnley 1, Barnsley 0, Chelsea 2, Nottingham Forest 0, Crystal Palace against Grimsby, again an evening kick-off, Derby County 2, Southampton 2. Continue with the FA Cup. Everton 2, Lincoln 1, Fleetwood 2, AFC Wimbledon 3, Gillingham 1, Cardiff 0, Manchester United 2, Reading 0, Middlesbrough 5, Peterborough 0. The games between Newcastle and Blackburn and Norwich against Portsmouth all late kickoffs again at 5:30. Sheffield Wednesday 0, Luton Town 0, Shrewsbury Town 1, Stoke City 1, West Bromwich Albion 1, Wigan 0. And West Ham United 2, Birmingham City 0. So into Sky Bet League 1, 3 games. Charlton 1, Sunderland 1, Rochdale 0, Burton Albion 4, and Scunthorpe 2, Coventry City 1. Sky Bet League 2. Cambridge 2, Stevenage Borough 0, Carlisle 3, Mansfield Town 2, Colchester United 3, Notts County 3, Crawley Town 1, Cheltenham Town 0, Macclesfield 1, Swindon 2, Morecambe 2, Crewe Alexandra 2, and Yeovil 0, Bury 1. Vanarama National League, Bromley 3, AFC File 2, that's the latest score. Chesterfield 3, Ebbsfleet 3. Dagenham and Redbridge 4, Boreham Wood 4, Gateshead 0, Maidenhead 1, Halifax 0, Braintree 0, Hartlepool 1, Maidstone 2, Avon and Waterlooville 2, Barrow 0, Leyton Orient 0, Salford 3. Solihull Moors 4, Eastleigh 1. Sutton United 2, Harrogate 1. And Wrexham 0, Dover Athletic 1. Ladbrokes Championship, Ayr United 0, Falkirk 1. Dundee United 1, Partick Thistle 1. Dunfermline 2, Alloa 2. And Inverness Caledonian Thistle 1, Queen of the South 2. Ladbrokes League 1 now, Arbroath 1, Brecon City 0. Dumbarton 2, Forfar 3. East Fife 1, Airdrie 2. Raith Rovers 5, Stenhorst-Mira 1. And Stranraer 1, Montrose 2. Ladbrokes League 2, Annan Athletic 2, Elgin City 0. Cowden Beef 2, Berwick Rangers 0. Edinburgh City 0, Stirling Albion 1. Peterhead 1, Clyde 2. And Queen's Park 2, Albion Rovers 2. JD Welsh Premier League now, Carnarvon 3, Carmarthen 1. Cardiff MU 3, Ballatown 0. Kevin Drury's 2, Barrytown 5. And Llanelli 2, Llandudno 1. And fine, and that is the story. Portsmouth, by the way, are top of the League 1 at the spring stand. That's just the Skyback League 1 we're looking at the moment. Then Sunderland in third place, Luton in second by a point. Sunderland do have a game in hand. Charlton are not far behind as well. Barnsley didn't play today, they still stay in the playoffs. Accrington's still 13, but they've won in the FA Cup today, so that's a great performance. And really, it's as you were at the moment. Anyway, nothing else to worry about now. It's all about cup football along the way now. The FA Cup third round. I hope you guys can get in touch with me via the usual methods. And what a game this promises to be. The Blackpool owners, there's been protests outside Bloomfield Road yet again today. And we saw last night. So Chelsea are through against Nottingham Forest. Manchester United through against Reading. Spurs won 7-0 at Tranmere last night in what was one of the most one-sided games ever. And got the title of that wrong. So I'm afraid, right, we're going to have to take a 10-minute break and then get the title right. We got the title wrong. It's not Manchester City Liverpool, it is Blackpool against Arsenal. So join us in a moment for full match commentary on another stream of Blackpool against Arsenal, and I believe you and me will get the teams right. We'll see you in a moment.